Salutations and welcome back to Hobbiton, my survival world in the Attack of the B-Team mod pack. Now, if you're new here, you'll want to watch this episode because I'm going over some things I forgot to mention last episode, still sort of giving a tour of what we've done so far. I'll introduce our friends and show a couple things I missed that we built before. If you're old, then you can probably just skip this one too because it's just a recap episode. Unfortunately. It's only 10 minutes long though, so if you can spare the time, go ahead and watch it, that'd be cool. So, without further ado, let's begin. Firstly, we have some introductions. So we have, I mentioned earlier that when I was doing the necromancy stuff up there, that I made a few friends. I mentioned this last episode. So, in order, we have 4 people. We have the Abomination, which I've named this because, well, look at him. I wanted to have spider legs on him because I thought that would look cool. But I accidentally got cave spider legs, and I'm still not sure what exactly I did wrong. I tried using the spider eyes instead, and it didn't work. So, he's just got these weird-looking legs sort of growing out of his elbows. And that's just really, really gross looking. So he's gonna go back in the ball, and hopefully never be seen again. Okay, maybe he'll be seen again. That's not nice. I created this thing. It's my fault. He's an abomination. So, secondly, we have Thornton. The rest of these, their names don't really mean anything, they just sounded cool. So Thornton here is our Ender warrior. He's got the most health, I think, at 46. He's a nice, tall, handsome stranger. And he's pretty cool. He's, I think, my favorite. Don't tell the others I said that. So we're going to catch him. Then we have, this one was also a mistake, because I thought, mistakenly, that with the necromancy mod, look at him, he looks so happy. I thought with the necromancy mod that with the spider and the pig torso, if you put those on your creature, you can saddle them and ride them. I was wrong. Apparently that's only the spider torso, but I didn't want to do that with the spider torso because that gives a weird, like, missing texture glitch on the torso, and that looks really ugly. So, pig torso it was. Apparently that was a bad idea. But look at him, he's so happy, and if I right-click on him, I think he's sitting right now. He is so fast! Those little squid legs really let him go. I mean, look at him. Look at him go. Let me just, dash on over here, and come on. See, look at him go. He's amazingly fast, so I've got to have him sitting, actually, in order to capture him. And this last one, I haven't named because he was just sort of me testing things out. This is literally just a zombie head. There's nothing else here. It is just a head. I just wanted to see if I could bring a single head with nothing else on it to life. So if we ever need a large army of disposable minions, I'm just going to bring to life all 50-something zombie heads I have clogging my inventory system back there. So now, we have those guys all introduced, and let me introduce you to my favorite child, my dragon. Now this is the second dragon I tried to raise. I will explain what happened in a bit, once I explain one of the things that I forgot to go over last time. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh well. So we'll fly out here, close this door, and here we have, say hello to Rowan, our dragon. Yes, she is a beautiful creature, a forest dragon. I really like the green, that's why I chose the forest dragon. Her eyes glow in the dark, and I can ride her. So yeah, that's awesome. And actually, I think we're going to, whoops. Almost got her stuck on there. That wouldn't be good. I have electric fences on there to make it look cool. And now, one thing I keep forgetting when I'm flying her around is, I'm used to flying around as a bat, in which the shift button is to go down, and this one, it's the command button. So I gotta remember that, otherwise I will hit shift and dismount. But it's okay, because usually she'll catch me on the way down. That's what's great about these dragons. That's the entire reason I didn't want to use the fly gene. Because they catch you when you're falling. Now this is her cave, which currently the entrance is way too small for her to actually go in. So I'm just gonna hit shift here. And shift myself into bat mode. She'll be okay for now. Actually, come to think of it, I think this whole cave is too small for her. Look at her, she's huge. So we'll go in here. And this here is the, all that remains of our first attempt at raising a dragon. This is Hawthorne's heart. I decided since he was also a forest dragon, I'd name them after the witchery trees. If I have another forest dragon, that'll be Alder, of course. Hawthorne was male, I decided, and Rowan out here is female. And we'll just ride Rowan. Actually, I should shift back into myself. We'll just ride Rowan over to the next thing I forgot, which is all the way over here. And that is... Whoopsies. Not there. Okay, over here is the remains of our first attempt at building a grand airship. It's just, I had these here, and they had a bunch of air balloons in them that I was going to use as wings. And it was just going to be this massive airship that would just be awesome because it was going to be massive and flyable. But I realized after building the wings that it would just be way, way too big to actually be flyable. So I had to take the air balloons out because I had to use them in the actual flyable airship, which is unfortunately much, much smaller. But hey, still pretty cool looking. I'm going to kill that guy because he's got glasses on. Look at this nerd. Ha, now I can be a nerd. I mean, I always was, but... Okay, so Rowan's going to go back into her safari ball for now, while we check out this airship. So right now, it's pretty bare bones. Let me shift into bat mode so I can fly around it and show you what it looks like. And I tested these out before. The reason these are all on fence posts is because, with the Archimedes chips mods, any block that's not vanilla and faces a certain direction will turn around as you're flying. So any stairs that you see on here are vanilla stairs, which means they're not in here from a mod. Like all of these are spruce wood because that works perfectly fine with these. And all of these are attached to a fence post because if they weren't, then the side of it that's attached to a block would be off. So those look pretty cool, I think. Little lanterns hanging from the ship. Apparently it's not lit up quite as much as I thought it was because there was a zombie spawning on here. So maybe I'll have to add some more glowstone in here somewhere. This I don't have to worry about anything spawning on the deck of the ship because this is a half slab, which means nothing can spawn on it. And these are creatively more half slabs on top of a full block so that it looks like it's a full block above it, but it's not. So nothing can spawn on the deck because nothing can spawn on half slabs. So if we go down here, you'll see again it's still pretty bare. But it's all lit up so nothing can spawn in here. I've got a bed, I've got some storage, I've got a crafting table, and this here is, theoretically, what would make the ship fly. Because I was playing Bravely Default when I built this ship, and in Bravely Default, the ships fly because of earth crystals that are wired into the machine. So those help it fly, and that's pretty cool, and I thought that was cool anyway. So I made that part of this. Over here is what actually makes the ship fly, which is this. Well, the wings out there are what make it fly, but this is what makes it drivable. So if I right-click on this, all the blocks go dark because now the lighting isn't actually there. But I can, okay, I guess I won't shift into F5 because then I can't see what I'm doing. But I can fly this around, and I can actually, yeah, like I can actually fly this thing around. That's why I have glass here, because if I didn't, I couldn't see where I was going. Now I'm gonna have to get out of, I'm mostly watching the map to see where I am. I'm gonna get out from under the remains of our previous attempt at an airship, just in case, because I don't want to connect to it and end up ruining everything. So I'm just gonna fly this over here, how about? Then hit the equal sign to straighten it out, and shift to dismount. The ship compiles, and I fall out. So I will shift back into bat mode. And there we go. We've got, that's about covers everything that we forgot to cover in the last episode. Usually I want to fly around this thing and make sure I didn't mess anything up, because since it is such a large ship, it's usually in more than one chunk at a time, which means certain parts of it don't load until I fly around. Okay, so let me get into a good place to stop here. And that is everything that we missed last time, so I'm going to go now and figure out what to do with the rest of this episode. Yeah, I'm just gonna go and... What is that? Oh, okay, that freaked me out for a second, sorry. I saw two Endermen over there, and it looked like a ghast from the, like, you can barely see their silhouettes, and it looked like a ghast, because it was just a clump with dangly parts. That sounded weird. Okay, so I'm gonna go figure out what to do with the rest of this episode, and I'll see you then. Okay, we're about 10 minutes in. That took a lot longer than I thought it would. So, I have a bit of an issue. I have things I do want to do. I want to work with the witchery mod some, and there's a couple other mods I want to work with still, but either they'll require a lot of preparation to do, which I haven't had the time to get around to start preparing, or they're just going to be boring to watch me actually working with them. So I think that about does it for this episode. So it'll be a bit of a short one, 10 minutes this time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, but until next time, farewell.